Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Andover Community Center for CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. Tonight, it's a Northwest Suburban Conference showdown as the still winless Bluebirds take on the number 1 ranked Andover Huskies. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and a tall task at hand for the Champlin Park Coon Rapids squad, struggling to find offense. And here they are in the house of the Huskies, who have been hot to start the season.
Yeah, they come in as the number 1 team in the polls, and we talked about it. This Bluebird team, the first 4 games, very difficult. Started with Burnsville, Centennial, then Maple Grove the other night, and now the number 1 team in Andover. So this is an opportunity for the Bluebirds to try and start quickly and see if they can really solve some of their offensive woes.
Well, one thing they have determined for certain through these first 3 starts is that their goalkeeper is up to the challenge. She has been tested each and every night, and she has passed with flying colors. 95% or better than 95% saves for Bailey Shuck so far.
Well, as a great hockey mind once told me, is that a goaltender can't win a game for you, but a goaltender can keep you in a game, and that's what she's been doing for the Bluebirds. And unfortunately, offensively, they haven't been able to put the puck in the back of the net and support her that way, but she has been playing a stellar game here through the first 3.
And the first 3 games for the Huskies, all victories, including a win over previously number 1 ranked Edina. But they've been able to use both goaltenders to this point, and actually they're number 2 getting the start tonight.
Amanda Pelkey getting the opportunity to start in the nets for the Huskies. And, you know, when you have a couple of good goaltenders, you have that opportunity to give one a start here and there. And so that's what they're doing here tonight. And the Bluebirds just really have to find a way to beat her. And I think that what they want to do is try and pressure her early and see if they can get that first tally of the night.
Well, she's 1-0 on the season. She's played 1 complete game. She's only seen 4 shots if the numbers are correct online anyhow. So, yeah, Champlin Park Coon Rapids has to find a way to find some pressure. They need to find some offense here in game number 4 if they hope to get a victory. And really, it would be a big upset tonight over the Huskies.
Well, the intensity is going to be important for the Bluebirds, and Coach Colta said that we need to match that intensity. They started the other night against Maple Grove, and really a 2-0 loser, but they really played well, and they had their opportunities, just couldn't get the puck in the back of the net.
Well, we will take a break, be back with Puck Drop. Huskies and the Bluebirds take the ice after this on CTN.
The award-winning community programming by CTN Coon Rapids is funded exclusively by cable subscribers. Without those subscribers, we would not exist. So no more coverage of local news, stories, events, and sports in our community. So thank you for subscribing to cable TV and for supporting CTN.
Back at the Andover Community Center, just about to get this one underway. Huskies looking to keep their lead as the top dog in the Northwest Suburban Conference back. And the Bluebirds from Champlin Park Coon Rapids trying to get off the schneid. There's a look at your starters for CPCR. Mackenzie Baker and Anna Bezcalo on the wings, with Delaney Johnson in the middle. On the blue line, Hannah Lisney and Abbey Peterson. And as we talked about, Bailey Shuck, the starter in goal. For the Huskies, Paige Anderson will center the line with Madison Kaiser and Tyra Turner. The defenders are Madison Clough and Ashley Gustafson. And also, as we talked about, Amanda Pelkey getting the start.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And again, Cardinals. I did it. The Bluebirds.
Right out the gate.
Right out the gate. Well, I'll get it over with.
I
didn't even call them once last time, the Cardinals. But anyway,
I
the
wasn't
Bluebirds.
there to know.
Well, welcome back to the booth, by the way. We missed you on Saturday night. But the Bluebirds, they've got a number of keys tonight, and really is put pressure on the Huskies early on, and that's really what they want to do. And we talked about it, and we'll see as this game unfolds if they can find some offense. They haven't been able to do that. They've had some chances, just have only put 1 goal in the net in 3 games so far. We see head coach Jim Coltis.
Huskies able to win the draw, bang it into the Bluebird zone. Lisney turns it around, banks it back out to center. Turned right back in by Gustafson, and the Bluebirds back to chase. Lisney behind her own net, bumped into the boards by Kaiser. Kaiser trying to find someone to pass to, trying to go up top. That pass forced Clough to reach for it. Huskies have to vacate the zone as the puck came down. Here it is to Baker, sweeps it into Johnson, backhanded a goal! Just like that, 33 seconds in, the Bluebirds strike on their first shot of the night.
Yeah, Coach Colter said if we can score a goal early, we'll try and set the tempo, and that's exactly what they did. Beautiful goal, nice way to start this game for the Bluebirds. And you talk about finding offense, they found some offense here early on as Delaney Johnson with a nice backhand, pulled the goaltender out, put the puck in the back of the net, and they lead 1-0.
Baker just had enough to sweep the puck over, and it sprung Johnson in on the breakaway. And
CPCR really needed that, Joe, and they needed a quick spark, and they got it.
Right back into the zone, but now here comes Andover. Kraus down the right wing. Cross-ice pass broken up by Lisney. Turned back up ice by Bezcalo. Here's Johnson into the zone. Delaney Johnson will just dump it, and they will try and complete their line change. Andover back out to center. Jamie Nelson dumps it in to the near corner. Lisney had her stick hung up, wasn't able to get a good solid clear attempt. Played around by Tyson and then right back in by the Huskies. Lisney will take it out of the near corner and play it along, but it skips away from Williams. Lisney following it up, pushes it to the blue line of Andover before Jurgensen turned it around. And now here at center come the Huskies. And a good stick there again by Hannah Lisney. I have been very impressed with her play through the first part of this season at the blue line.
Yeah, I think she's one of my favorite players on this team because she just hustles so well. She really knows, she really controls what she wants to do on the defensive end for this Bluebird squad.
Peterson retrieves behind the Bluebirds net, moves it ahead, and tripped up near center was Allie Lure, and that's going to get Andover in offside. Huskies back to that top line out there, face off just outside the Bluebirds zone. Won by Champlin Park Coon Rapids, but then sent right back in deep by Ashley Gustafson. CPCR trying to break it out on the near boards. Held up there by Kennedy Little. Forced to the line, but held by Johnson. Or Anderson, rather, who plays it back in deep. Carrying behind is Holly Johnson for the Bluebirds. That pass broken up in front of Lure. From the high slot, the shot by Anderson turned away by Bailey Shuck. Johnson sweeps it to center, stopped up there, got hung up in the official. Johnson got it back, got it into the zone, but quickly turned right back around by Andover. Lisney kicks it away right as Paige Anderson was trying to enter the zone. Emily Peterson trying to weave through some traffic, send it in front of Mackenzie Baker. Huskies sling it right back out the far side. Stopped up there at the line by Sarah McClellan.
And the Huskies, I was going to say, Joe, the Huskies like to be aggressive, and they're going to take chances, and they do visit the box quite often, and that's one thing for the Bluebirds to realize they have to be strong on their power play.
Well, the Bluebirds have done just a really nice job of keeping them wide, standing them up at the blue line, not allowing great entries, and not giving them really any good scoring looks yet through the first 5 minutes of play. Knocked down with a high stick. Bring the face-off to the left of Bailey Shuck. 13:02 to go, first period.
Yeah, both teams getting a couple of changes here. Stoppage and play allows that.
Puck played behind the net. Lisney will swing it back around out of the reach of Williams. She was able to poke it past the defender out to center ice, where it's turned around by Jurgensen back into her own zone. Good hold there along the board by Kyler Shack, at least momentarily. Now sent back into the Bluebirds' end. Peterson ties up in the corner with Kaiser. And CPCR able to clear it back into the Andover end. Kennedy Little circling and gaining speed through center. She'll carry into the zone. Little wrist shot, easy save, and then crashes into Shuck, who protected the puck nicely.
Yeah, I'm not sure she could stop her momentum here, as she took a little bit of a shove from one of the defenders.
Yeah, you don't really like to push the crashing player into your
no,
own keeper.
Typically not.
Off the draw to tie up. Played into the corner. A scrum continues there. Finally controlled by Hemp. Hemp works up the board and now gets it right back from Clough. Goes down into the corner. Right back to Hemp. She gets it, fires, blocker save. Bailey Shuck. Hemp right on the puck again. Pushes it behind. Centering pass. Kicked away by a Bluebird defender. And this puck played out to neutral ice. Turned right back in by Clough over the stick of Sarah McClellan. Recovered in the corner and a turnover. Backhand chance. Shuck doesn't know where it is. Side of the net. Recovered there by Holly Johnson, who clears and plays it all the way down. And the Bluebirds will definitely take an icing.
Yeah,
and get the face off, get some fresh legs out there after possibly the best offensive zone pressure from the Huskies so far.
Fortunately, there's a few blue jerseys in that situation to clear that puck away, because you were right. Shuck didn't know where that puck was, and there was a little bit of an opening, but Andover was not able to get to the puck.
Johnson's pass kicked away by Anderson. She'll recover down to the corner, giving right back to Johnson. And now Bezcalo trying to work out of the corner for the Bluebirds. Circles back, banks it behind. Johnson will get there and stop it up. Bezcalo has it back for the visitors. Out to the line for Lisney. Right back down low. Skipped under Delaney Johnson's stick. There to recover is Baker. Centers for Bezcalo, but didn't have the angle to get a shot. Bezcalo trying to get it back to Baker. Skipped away from her. She'll recover it again. That pass poked away by Tammy, but the Huskies can't clear, and play continues down deep behind the goal line. Finally, they gain control and they come to center strong. Anderson had it tipped away from her, but able to recover. Her shot then blocked by Peterson. Recovered in the corner by Kaiser, and she sends that one into the far corner. Peterson just going to fire this one the length of the ice, get some fresh legs, and a line change. A good little sequence there for CPCR. They still lead 1-0 after that very early goal by Delaney Johnson, just 33 seconds in. Has them on top here, 1-0 in the first period.
Huskies trying to heat up a little bit offensively, get a little pressure down in the Bluebird zone, and they do have 3 shots on goal so far here in this first period.
Huskies able to push it back in. Jurgensen in recovers. She's tied up. Puck poked free, and Haley Williams will skate to center for the Bluebirds. Williams pokes it around Little and gives chase. Huskies going to try and break out the far side, quickly get it out to center, but then turn right back in deep by McClellan. Clough behind the net, moves it along for Kaiser. Her one-touch pass went awry, and it's turned right back into the zone, but Kennedy Little now will skate to the other end for the Huskies. Out of the reach of Peterson. Takes it behind the net. Finally slowed down and the puck knocked away. Good support coming, no, from him. Centering pass, but nobody there in a white jersey. Turned away by Tyson. Grace Sanula had it knocked off her stick at center ice. Right back in comes Hemp. Peyton Hemp out of the reach of Abbey Peterson. Will leave it back in the corner. A little give and go. Hemp leaves it off for Mumm. A shot that deflected. It goes off the end board before recovery by Nelson. Centering pass ends up in the far corner. Hemp again gets it back for the Huskies. Sends it behind. Lisney first one there. Got it to Hanula. Hanula slowed up but able to move it ahead for Lure, and Lure will dump it in, but 2 steps before the red line means another icing call, another face-off coming up in the Bluebird zone.
Again, you can see the Huskies, how they became 3-0. They like to pressure in, they like to take their chances, and they're a goal-scoring team. They've got quite a few goals this season through their first 3 games.
Delaney Johnson against Peyton Hemp on the draw. Battle continues. Baker trying to force it out past Mumm at the blue line. Can't get it done. Cleared across and out by Johnson, but stepping right back in is Elizabeth Tammy. Drop pass broken up, pushed to center by Baker. Back into her own end to recover is Jocelyn Mumm. She'll go far side for Nelson, into the middle for Hemp. Hemp moves it to Krause in, and a big save by Shuck. Rebound cleared to the corner by the Bluebirds.
Oh, Peyton Hemp's a really good player. She did a nice job to get an opportunity, but Shuck was tall for the task.
And back down to Nelson in the corner. Nelson tied up by Johnson. Sends it low again. Turner trying to center. That was taken away by McClellan. Back in the corner now is Delaney Johnson. Her clear attempt hit the legs of Baker, and it's turned around by the Huskies. Hemp a chance. That's blocked. Another chance in close and turned away by Bailey Shuck. Comes up big again. We talked about it in the open. They just 1 goal through 3 games for the Bluebirds, but a goaltender that has only given up 4 goals through those 3 games and saving more than 95% of the pucks she faces. She was tested big right there. She passes the test and keeps her team with the 1-0 lead.
Bluebirds just having to alleviate some of that pressure as they ice the puck, get a change, and force that face-off to the left of Shuck. But again, just a nice job to get an open look. Shuck coming up big.
It was a great little toe drag there by Gabby Krause, and then fortunately the defender able to get it cleared. There was another point-blank chance right after that. Ooh, that one dangerously tipped by Lisney. Didn't get it quite wide enough. I think Shuck may have also gotten a toe on it. Ends up out of danger, but
well, you talked about
Kaiser got crossed up with the pass in the skates. CPCR able to swing it out to center. Chance in close, a rebound goal for Haley Williams. Sitting on the doorstep unchecked, and just like that, it's a 2-goal lead for the visiting squad.
Well, the Bluebirds had a 2-on-1 break and did a nice job. The big rebound coming out, and Haley Williams was right there to clean it up and put that puck in the back of the net. A couple of goals here in the first period for the Bluebirds, just what the doctor ordered to try and get their offense on track. But you're going to see a nice job, a nice shot here, the big rebound, and great opportunity for Williams to put it in to get the second goal of the night for the Bluebirds.
Haley Williams. The assist gave number 4, Erica Tyson. Number 28, Tyler Shack. Time to roll.
Tyler Shack getting the secondary assist. Sprung Tyson. Tyson put the shot on, and Williams jamming down the slot, puts it home, and puts CPCR on top 2-0. And the scoreboard operator not doing the hometown team goalie any help. That was a rebound goal, so there were 2 shots there.
Right.
So it's at least 2 goals on 3 shots. I think there may have been another one in there too, 2 on 4. But yeah, anytime there's a rebound goal, that means it's 2 shots. That one, I think, came up and got Bailey Shuck right in the cage.
Yep.
It's using your head.
Hey, got to do it. Whatever you could do to stop the puck, that's what you do.
Lisney lost her stick as she poked the puck around and played out to center by Bezcalo. Turned around by the Huskies, held up at the line, come across for Kraus. Kraus, wrist shot, blocker save by Shuck. Nelson will swing it back around where Kraus can recover in the near corner. Back down low for Nelson. Nelson tied up, pushed the puck to where Kraus could get it, and here's Hemp again. Centering pass, partially deflected, a chance, and a goal for the Huskies. Somehow that one found its way through the traffic for Madison Clough.
Well, again, they've already got 11 shots on goal here in this first period with 5:04 remaining, but Madison Clough doing a nice job of getting that shot, as you mentioned, somehow getting past Bailey Shook. You can see it come out up top, and it's going to trickle past.
Not sure what or how many things that hit, but changed direction certainly ends up behind Bailey Shuck.
That's Clough's first goal of the season. You talked about the Bluebirds only one goal coming into this game. Well, 16 goals in the first 3 games scored by Andover. So they've been able to put the puck in the net so far this season.
Moving the puck well, another one. This time it's Hemp. Great quick pass from Nelson to give it back to Hemp, and she one-times it up top, and we're all tied with 2 very quick goals.
Goal number 4 for Hemp on the season, and it was a beautiful pass. And she didn't waste any time putting it past Bailey Shuck.
Beautifully.
Look at that nice pass out front.
Played. Started by Kraus, dropping it down low to the pivot spot. And Nelson quickly to Hemp, and she shelves it, and we're tied at 2.
Boy, as quickly as the Bluebirds had that 2-0 lead, that's as quickly as they lost it.
Walking in to keep it in is Sarah McClellan. Forced the Huskies to play deep in their own end, but now comes right back out. Peterson tried to dump it in. It was knocked down by Nelson. And now swept in deep by Kyler Shack. Long pass for Kraus. Kraus will just dump it in. Lisney first one there. Anderson right on her tail, and that one coughed up by Baker. Bouncing puck. Lisney able to get it out to center before Clough turns it back in for Andover. Dana Hedlund had it taken off her stick. That shot fired wide by Kaiser. And the Huskies have picked up some momentum.
Now they've been putting a lot of pressure in the Bluebirds area, but up until just a minute or so ago, haven't had anything to show for it.
Pressure forces a turnover in the other end. Johnson trying to center. That's tipped away. And Lisney has to retreat to center to recover. Pass knocked down by Turner. Lisney able to recover. Can't clear it though again. Johnson back to recover for the Bluebirds. Stand out of the reach of Turner, flips it out to center, stopped up there by Madeline Jurgensen. She plays it back into her own end for Holly Fields. Back and forth through the neutral zone. Each team getting some new legs on the ice. Lisney tips it ahead, unable to get it in deep with St. John. Now played behind by Fields. Knocked down, kept in by St. John. Lure fishing for it. Tied up with Clough, and now with her opposite number, Jurgensen. Puck comes free to Stauffenecker. Long pass near side, Sarah Kaiser. Sarah Kaiser races in, trying to bounce it around Lisney, but Lisney able to hold it up and turn it back to center ice. Under 2 minutes remaining in the opening period. Lure on the steal, walks in, wrist shot, save made, and quickly cleared away by the Andover defense. Little swings through the corner to scoop it up ahead for Kaiser. Kaiser through center. Far side blue line, Nelson tips it in deep. Sent around by McClellan. Abbey Peterson able to play it all the way down. That's going to end up being an icing call. Or it won't.
Nope.
Icing waves off. And the Bluebirds get there first and then lost. Losing the handle was Shaq, and back the other way come the Huskies. Chance for Nelson is turned away by Shuck. She tries to recover in the near side. Williams sends it across. Shaq will get there, trying to bank it in. And Clough puts it right back out. Final minute of the first. Lisney trying to rush, cut off by Clough. Can't handle the biscuit. Hemp will get it back to the blue line, but not out. Lisney continues to pressure. Clough takes it behind her own net and now turns away from Williams. Turnaround held up a little bit in the corner. Jocelyn Mumm swings it around, stepping up as Lisney. Poked toward the net by Bezcalo. Williams will try and center, and that's right on the stick of the Huskies. Jocelyn Mumm, that starts a turnover, and here's Nelson the other way, trying to toe drag, and Peterson got enough to get it off of her stick.
Nice defensive play by Peterson just to get enough on it so she didn't have an opportunity. There's the icing.
10 seconds remaining. One more chance for the Andover Huskies. 2 goals for the visitors, then 2 goals for the home squad, and we have a tie contest with 10 seconds to go in the first period. Delaney Johnson forced from the circle. And then she comes right back. Bluebirds win the draw, but first one on it is Kaiser. She comes around, shoots, saved by Shuck, and she holds on, and we'll try another one with 3 seconds.
Yeah, the Huskies, they don't waste any time getting shots off, getting opportunities inside, and already 14 shots on goal here in period number 1. Just 3 for the Bluebirds.
The buzzer sounds, and we go to the first intermission, all tied at 2. Take a break, be back with more from Andover Community Center. You're watching live girls high school hockey on CTN. Back at the Andover Community Center. Andover and Champlin Park Coon Rapids tied at 2 after 1 period. We are joined now by Andover Husky head coach Melissa Volk. And coach, any concern when you were down early?
No, every game we just want to get better, and as much as you don't want to be down, it's also a good learning situation for the girls.
Coach, I know you said that you wanted to get off to a fast start, and you also wanted to pressure the net. You didn't get off to that fast start, but you did pressure the net, had a number of shots on goal, and then 2 quick goals to tie the score.
Yeah, usually I jinx myself when I give game keys, so maybe I should rethink that.
Well, and what is your message to the girls going into this intermission?
Just play our style of hockey. We need to tighten things up here on the D side, but keep going forward.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll take another break. Be back with first period stats and highlights after this. You're watching live girls high school hockey on CTN.
CTN Spotlight brings you local stories, shining a light on the issues and events that make this community great. Watch CTN Spotlight on CTN Coon Rapids, your community television network.
Back at the Andover Community Center, 2-2 after the first period, and we knew this Andover team could score. We knew that the Bluebird team was looking for some more offense. We saw the Andover team score, but the Bluebirds at the same time doubling their offense through the first 3 games in the first 5 minutes of this contest.
Yeah, only on 3 shots on net, too, in that first period. So they have to be pleased with the fact they were able to tally a couple of goals, but defensively they gave up a couple of quick ones, and I think that's some of the things we'll talk to Coach Coltis later
Well, they
about.
started the scoring really quickly, just over 30 seconds in. Tap out front, Delaney Johnson all alone goes to the backhand and starts the scoring. And then just over 10 minutes into the contest, they make it 2-0. Good effort down the wing by Tyson. Rebound pops right out to Haley Williams, all alone to poke it home, make it 2-0. But then you mentioned it, 2 quick goals for the Huskies. Clough got that one through the traffic and through the keeper to get him on the board. And then just 20 seconds later, great little play. They bring it back down low, right back out. And the one-timer by Hemp makes it a 2-2 tie.
There you see, we're going to take a look at the stats. And again, 14 shots on net for Andover. They were able to pepper the Bluebird goal throughout that first period. Just the 3 for CPCR, but they were able to manage to put 2 of those to the back of the net.
17 minutes in the books, 34 yet to play. We'll drop the puck on period number 2 right after this on CTN. Lance throws deep downfield. Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. But you can't quite catch the leader. And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Some pickleball, Yun.
Over at the Y, which is connected to the part of the community center here.
It's a tournament going on.
It's league night
It's sponsored by Clausen's.
for pickleball. Not Gedney?
Nope. Clausen's paid more.
But Gedney's a Minnesota pickle.
I understand, but it came in and undercut him.
Well, we've got one that's quite enticing so far. A very good Andover team has been really pounding away at the Bluebird net, but find themselves tied 2-2. The Bluebirds still trying to find that first victory of the season. Elusive win number 1. Would love to see it come as a bit of an upset against crosstown rival and current number 1 ranked team in Andover.
Again, not a lot of shots on goal for the Bluebirds, but it doesn't matter if you put 2 out of 3 in the back of the net.
That is correct. Turner taking to the boards, and that's going to get our first penalty of the game. Another chance out front, and Anderson played it up and over. Clough recovers in the corner. She avoids a check, then gets tripped up. Hemp trying to center it, finally broken up by Delaney Johnson, and we're going to see, we might see 2.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
2. Oh wow. Well, that's what certainly what the there's the one on Lisney.
They're going to get Lisney for a check, and they're going to get Williams for a trip. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 chance for the Huskies for 2 full minutes.
Well, you do not want to give a team like this in Andover the opportunity on a 5-on-3. The Huskies have scored 3 power play goals this season so far, looking to see if they can add to that.
A minor penalty has been assessed to Coon Abbey Champlin Parks number 13. Mackenzie Baker, 2 minutes for body checking. To Coon Abbey Champlin Parks number 16. Hannah Lisney, 2 minutes for tripping.
Pretty sure they got those backwards, but either way, it's a trip and a check. Lisney and Williams. in the box together. Huskies working it around. The shot blocked by Delaney Johnson. Back up top. Kraus trying to play it across. Kaiser's shot saved and held on to by Bailey Shuck.
Again, just the three skaters out there for the Bluebirds just trying to keep that puck wide if possible. And there's the shot inside.
Off the draw, sent to the near corner. Recovered by Kraus. Up top for Little. Back to Kraus, walking in. Little, top of the slot. Her shot blocked. Gets it back. Far side for Kaiser. Down low for Nelson. Shot blockered away and unable to clear are the Bluebirds. Another chance kicked away. The great chance for Kraus, and that may have hit her own teammate as Hemp was there trying to provide the screen. Midway through this 5-on-3, backdoor kicked away by Shuck.
Shuck had that one all along as she slid across the goal to get a pad on it.
Pass out of reach for Little, and she has to go all the way back to her own end, and then that pass is behind Nelson all the way down, and an icing call. 32 seconds remaining on the penalties to Lizzie and Baker.
So far, just 32 seconds remaining on the double penalties against the Bluebirds, and if they can certainly fight these off, that's a huge advantage for CPCR against a team that can score often and quickly.
Jurgensen slowed down, but able to get it behind the net and then gets it right back. Lays it up top for Tammy. Near side, out front, backhand chance turned away by Shuck, and that chance fired wide. And that'll do it for the penalties. Big kill for CPCR, and then the shot from the point by Clough is held onto by Shuck. Get the lines straightened out, get things hopefully going back the other way.
Yeah, huge penalty kill for the Bluebirds. Shuck getting a pad on it again. I think there were 4 shots on goal in that power play opportunity for the Huskies.
Win it off the draw and set up in the Bluebirds' end. Hemp sends it down low. Turner couldn't handle it. Turner now will get it back behind the net. Battling in the corner with Peterson. Support comes from Williams. Centering attempt. Ends up with Knack, and she sends it the distance.
That'll bring it back to the Bluebird end. Forcing the face-off. Shuck's right.
Huskies won the draw, but then knocked away out to center. And they will have to regroup. Kaiser working her way in on the backhand. Tapped away from her by Delaney Johnson, forced in deep. Peterson can't reverse behind the net. Tied up by a couple of Huskies. Kaiser comes away with it. Trying to get it to the point. That's taken away. And skating to center now is Baker, who sends it in deep as Callow will get there first. And right back to Baker. Skipped off her stick. Little had it momentarily. Centering attempt bounces away, and nobody can get to it. Turner trying to force it along. Held in at the line by Lisney. A tie-up between Johnson and Mumm. Comes free. Johnson trying to weave her way to the front of the net. Lost the handle. Vizcalo can't keep it in on the near side. And here come the Huskies. Anderson, one too many moves before the blue line and forces her teammate offside. 12:18 to play here in the second period, still tied at 2.
And the stoppage allows both teams to get some fresh skaters on the ice.
Tie up off the draw. Huskies able to get it into the zone. That pass underneath the stick is Sarah Kaiser. Bluebirds can't get it out on the far side. Fields into the center and tipped in on Shuck, where she gloves it for the faceoff.
And the Huskies looking to get pressure in on the Bluebird net.
Kaiser trying to come out of the corner, banked it off the side of the net, now out to the point for Fields. Her shot is deflected and ends up off the end board. McClellan forces it around the near side for the Bluebirds. Skating out to center is Tyson, tried to center, that was broken up by Fields. And the Huskies back the other way. Jurgensen sends it in deep, she'll get a line change. Shuck will shovel it around the near board for Molly Terabeza. Taken away from her. Good chance in close for Hemp again. And the whistle blows. We've got a net off its moorings.
Get a little pressure in on Shuck, forced that net off. Bluebirds still looking for their first shot on net here in this second period. Had 3 in the first, still that's where we sit.
Nelson takes the puck out of the pile, plays one off the shoulder of Shuck, gets it back, quick centering pass, and shutting the door is Shuck on the chance that time for Kraus. Kraus down in the corner. We'll leave it behind for Hemp. Hemp up to the blue line for Tammy, and Tammy was pressured, but able to get it back to Hemp. Hemp skates across to the right side. Her shot tipped up and over off the glass. Lure will sweep it back to the corner, didn't get much on it. Sent around by Nelson. Bluebirds just trying to clear and do. It was played at the line by Little, so no icing. But that'll get it deep into the Andover end to give CPCR a chance to get some fresh bodies on the ice. Hemp held up at the blue line. Good stick there by Hannah Lisney. Turned it around for the Bluebirds. Shoveled in on the backhand by Delaney Johnson. Pelkey plays it back near side. Nelson will skate into the zone. Plays it across the slot. Nobody there with a white jersey. But pressuring in along the end boards. Baker can't get it out. That shot knocked down. Good hustle by Jurgensen, keeping the Bluebirds from breaking out on the near side. Now tying up in the corner with Delaney Johnson. Gets support. Sarah Kaiser comes away with the puck, plays her back behind. Jurgensen now tied up with McClellan. Gets it out. That was an opportunity for Stauffenecker, but it was blocked away by the Bluebirds. Stauffenecker trying to wiggle through, lost the puck, turned around by Bizcalo, and here's Mackenzie Baker, who just dumps it in and heads for the bench. Pelkey will stop it up behind the net. Huskies will break out near side. A little give and go for Clough down the boards. Clough dumps it in, turned around quickly by Hedlund. Icing waved off as it comes to Pelkey, and she just leaves it behind. Quick turnaround for Clough. Moved along by Kaiser, trying to poke it out of the zone. She'll get it back and skate it this time. Kaiser into the Bluebird zone, trying to go wide on Hedlund. Stops up, looks for the support, and that pass was behind Holly Fields all the way back to the Andover end. Little circling. Pass was Stick was taken away, so no icing. And the Bluebirds have to rush back to try and keep it back out of there. And Little gets it turned around inside the blue line. Hauled down. Husky fans want a call, won't get it. They force a turnover behind the net, though. Huskies with an opportunity. Puck loose in a dangerous spot. Comes out to Little at the point. Her shot deflected. Shuck to save. Another chance, and Shuck makes the catch and takes a little bit of an issue with the sticks coming in after she made the save.
Yeah, she had the save in her glove, and as you can see, she kind of pushed back at one of the Andover players. Right there, and I don't blame her. She clearly had possession of that puck, and Chippy
shot hits
stick.
traffic. Hemp turnaround chance. Shuck makes the save and covers for another faceoff.
She's getting a lot of work, is Bailey Shuck. 24 shots on goal so far here by the Huskies in this game.
Just over midway, or not quite midway through this. Just over midway through this first period, or second period. Lisney plays it across. Piscallo, a shot, a glove save by Pelkey, and Pelkey holds on as Lisney came in and made contact before sliding to the corner.
Yeah, she came in there quickly, sliding across the ice.
Face off to the left of Pelkey. Piscallo gets it out to Lisney. Her shot stopped up. Anderson sends it the other way, and it's going to end up being icing. Kaiser gave a good effort on the chase, but can't catch up.
Head coach of the Husky, Melissa Vogt. An opportunity to talk to her between first and second period.
Lisney holds the line for the Bluebirds. Turn back to the corner by Mumm. Gets it over to Little. Her pass attempt broken up by Delaney Johnson. Mumm again moves it ahead. This time it was McClellan disrupting the breakout. Finally comes free to Kaiser, and Kaiser circles in the corner. Madison Kaiser, just a freshman on this top line for the Huskies.
When they buzz, they like to buzz the net.
Low shot, easy stick save for Shuck that time. And again, the Huskies able to hold it in at the line. Great feed and a big save by Shuck as Paige Anderson just found herself a soft spot, and just a great pass across from Jamie Nelson. But Shuck was ready for the one-timer and keeps it a 2-2 game.
Yeah, and she put this point blank on net from close in, and Shuck's able to make the save.
And Tyra Turner right there looking to capitalize on a rebound, but chance on the backhand for Hemp, turned away by Shuck again. A chance from the point now. That's deflected and goes wide. Recovering off the boards is Sinjum, and her pass doesn't click. Huskies right back into the zone, able to stay onside. They try and set up left boards. Lure can't get it out past Tammy at the blue line. Finally kicked in deep. Peterson had it poked away from her. Emily Peterson came in to help. Abbey Peterson back on it, tied up there. And there's going to be Andover's first penalty as Hemp came in, and she should get two.
Yep.
That was a frustration kick at the end there. As she kicked the feet out from under Holly Johnson.
I don't think they caught that one. They didn't obviously catch the first one.
Gonna call it a rough.
Yep, there you see.
She just ran into the pile. But there you see the kick, the little slew foot maneuver there.
Well, here's an opportunity for the Bluebirds, their first power play of the evening. See if they can get a tally. And they've done well in the power play with the exception of actually scoring. But as far as power play, they put pressure on.
Johnson able to keep that clear attempt from going down ice. Biscallo leaves it for Baker. Her shot blocked, gets it right back. Another chance, rebound, swept through the crease, still loose, and Baker buries it. And the CPCR squad is back on top.
Yeah, awfully tough in that situation. The goaltender, you give up those kind of rebounds. And again, the Bluebirds made them pay. They were able to score on the power play, and that's exactly what they needed. Take this lead at 3-2 with 4:51 remaining in the second period. But again, just pressure in on net and that big rebound. A good opportunity there for Delaney Johnson. But then there's the rebound back, and Baker doing a good job of putting it home.
Scoring to come out of Champlin Park with number 13, Mackenzie Baker. The assist being number 27, Anna Biscallo. Number 77, Haley Williams. Time to power play goal.
Williams and Biscallo get the assists on the power play goal by Mackenzie Baker. That puts CPCR back in the lead. Under 5 minutes to play here in the second period. Huskies, the #1 team in the state, have not led in this contest. After falling behind 2-0 in the first period, they were able to come back and tie it with back-to-back goals. But after, again, providing a ton of pressure to start this second period, their first penalty of the night results in a very quick power play goal for the Bluebirds.
Yeah, and that was a huge lift for the Bluebirds too, who are being outshot 25-6.
Abbey Peterson will skate this one up ice into the Andover zone, circles away from pressure, it's tipped away, and here's Hemp in on a breakaway, takes the shot up high, holding on is Shuck.
She was able to get away from the defender, use a little bit of, as she sees he's going to jump past her, and gets the shot right into the midsection of Chuck, able to bring it in. Another save for her.
Puck played in behind the CPCR end. Swung out to the point, that shot hit traffic, and now recovered by Williams, who skates to center. Tipped away from Shack, Andover back on the attack. And McClellan got run over right in front of the fan section by Nelson. No call. Hemp out front. Nelson couldn't get a shot off and then hit some traffic out front. Clough sends it back in deep. Out trying to get it to Kraus. Tied up last second by Williams. Back to Hemp. Clough from the point. That shot got through, but saved by Shuck. Again to Clough, skates to the center. Her shot deflected, still loose. Nelson, point blank, and it's saved by Shuck.
Wow, and there was a lot of open net for a brief moment for the Huskies before Bailey Shuck came across and got a piece of it.
McClellan able to get it out of the zone and keep it from being icing, but the Cardinals the Bluebirds trying to change. Huskies trying to catch him, a backhand and a goal for Paige Anderson. We're tied at 3.
That was a pretty play. Paige Anderson got Shuck got her to go to the ice, and able to put the pass behind her.
Well, it was the pressure earlier on that led to that goal. CPCR cleared it, trying to get that line change in, but good heads-up play end-to-end to catch him on that line change, get one of their top players, senior captain, in on a breakaway, and she ties the game. Chips it in front now, looking for Kaiser. It was just out of her reach.
That was Paige Anderson's third goal of the season.
Peterson can't get it past the back end, and that one popped up and gloved by Bailey Shuck.
A lot of action in front of the Bluebird net. As quickly as the Bluebirds didn't hold that lead very long for Andover, tied it up at 3.
Huskies win the draw, trying to set up the offense on the left board. Poke down low. Turner battling for it. 4 players, Dosey doing down there. Kaiser gets it out to the point. The shot hit traffic, another chance, and Kaiser puts it home. First lead of the game for Andover.
Again, you get that big rebound out in front of the net. Kaiser able to put it past Bailey Shuck. Not much she can do about that situation. Just a freshman, as you mentioned, Madison Kaiser.
She starts the whole thing, sends it out to the point. The shot by Tammy hit traffic, but circling and putting it into the wide open cage was Mackenzie Kaiser.
That's Kaiser.
Madison Kaiser, excuse me.
That's Kaiser's second goal of the season.
Number 28, Tyra Turner. Time to goal 15:51. That's Kaiser from Anderson and Turner for the Huskies at 15.
So the Huskies have scored now 20 goals in 4 games so far this season. And we've got another period of play.
This one played just over the line. Clough sends it back in deep. McClellan looks up ice and now will pass, and icing waved off as Baker was hooked off the play. Johnson trying to slow down Nelson. Hemp will flip it out to center and into the Bluebird zone. Kraus first one there. Pass broken up by McClellan. Kept in. Here's Kraus walking out. Another one off the face mask of Bailey Shuck. Had to shake that one off. Delaney Johnson able to send it back out to center. Final 15 seconds of this second period. Hemp flips it up over the cage. Gloves it down over on the far boards. Baker can't clear. That shot deflected, goes off the glass. And that'll do it for period number 2. CPCR got a lead again, but the last 2 goals go to the Huskies. And they have a 4-3 lead as we head toward the third. We'll take a break. Be back with more from the Andover Community Center after this on CTN.
CTN Spotlight brings you local stories, shining a light on the issues and events that make this community great. Watch CTN Spotlight on CTN Coon Rapids, your community television network.
Back at the Andover Community Center, it's 4-3 Andover over Champlin Park Coon Rapids. After 2 periods of play, we're joined now by Bluebirds head coach Jim Coltis. And Coach, your thoughts on what you can do to try and get a little more play in the other end?
Well, you know, we were trying to get the puck deep there a little bit and try to set up our cycle and offense down there. They're just quick, and you know, some of our kids are new to playing varsity hockey, so they're getting an opportunity. They'll get an opportunity to get some chances down there. We just got to kind of stick with the game plan a little bit. We get a little bit nervous, maybe we can't stand prosperity a little bit.
Coach, you know, you're down by a goal, but you have to be happy the fact you've got 3 here through 2 periods, finding a little offense here in this 4th game of the year.
Yeah, no, it's great that we're putting a few pucks in that. The kids have really been working hard in practice to get to this spot, and it's nice to see them getting rewarded a little bit at this moment. But, you know, at the point it's 4-3 here, we got to figure a way to keep a few out on the other end and then still keep that lead on the other side. We've had a couple leads in this game and have let us slip by, but the kids are working hard.
You know, this is a very good team you're playing. What's your message going forward into the third period?
Well, you know, we were just talking as coaches here just a second ago. Hey, you got the #1 team in the state. You're down one going to the third period, and we always talk about it with the kids. Hey, up one, down one, going to the third period. You got a chance on the road. So we really feel like we have an opportunity to get the next goal, maybe put a little more pressure on them.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. Good luck in the third period. We'll take another break. We'll be back with second period stats and highlights after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Back at Andover Community Center, the Huskies a 4-3 lead over the visiting Bluebirds. But it hasn't come easy. The Huskies got a great opportunity with the game tied 2-2. They got 2 penalties at the same time on the Bluebirds early in that second period. They had a lot of good looks on the 5-on-3, but Bailey Shuck shut them out for that full 2 minutes. Kept this a tie game. And when CPCR got a chance on the power play, they were able to convert, created some traffic, bobbled around a little bit. Finally, Mackenzie Baker put it home, and then Andover catching CPCR on a line change. All alone, Paige Anderson out front, goes to the backhand and scores, and then just a little less than a minute later, shot hits traffic out front, and it's back towards Madison Kaiser, the freshman, firing it into the opening cage. Give Andover their first lead of the night.
31 shots on goal for the Huskies, and the one thing that we didn't ask Coach, well, not a lot of time, but ask Coach Coltis about is the fact that Bailey Shuck has played so well here through 2 periods. Also, the fact that they did stave off that 2 penalties at the same time. Penalty kill did a nice job of that. So there are some nice things to take out of that period for the Bluebirds. The unfortunate part is they're trailing by a goal.
But like Coach Coltis said, you're playing the #1 team in the state. You're down by just 1 goal on the road. Opportunity to try and come back here, even things up, see if they can't steal one away from the undefeated Huskies. We'll see if they can do that. The puck drops on period number 3 on the other side of a commercial break on CTN.
CTN Spotlight brings you local stories, shining a light on the issues and events that make this community great. Watch CTN Spotlight on CTN Coon Rapids, your community television network.
Back at the Andover Community Center, the Huskies heavily outshooting the visiting Bluebirds, but holding just a 1-goal edge as we get set to start the third period. The Huskies coming in undefeated at 3-0, #1 ranked in the state of Minnesota. The Bluebirds still looking for their first win, 0-2-1. They've been in all 3 contests, a 2-0 loss, a 2-1 loss, and a 1-1 tie. A 2-0 loss, a 1-0 loss, and a 1-1 tie.
Correct.
Shuck will just cover that up. And we'll try with a face-off to start things over. See if the Bluebirds can gain control. That's the name of the game, is possession time, and it's been all in the favor of the team in white and gold.
It really has. And, you know, they've pressured the Bluebird net quite a bit here tonight.
Hemp plays it around. McClellan gets there in front of Kraus. Kraus able to dig the puck free, though. And now Nelson has a little backhand pass in tight. Little jam attempt by Hemp, but there to cover it up is Bailey Shuck.
Coach Cole just talked about we need to we need to get the puck out of our end a little bit more here in the third period, and that's what they're going to look to do. But Andover does a nice job of pressuring.
Ooh, stick lift for Nelson to get things turned around. Kraus trying to slide it back door, but didn't have the angle. Shuck pokes it away, but Callow fires it off the boards. Delaney Johnson sends it along where Baker can skate onto it. She's hooked a little bit, but able to get the shot off. And covering up is Amanda Pelkey.
Yeah, a couple of Huskies there to give her a little bit of trouble, but as you mentioned, she was able to get the shot off, forcing Pelkey to just cover up on it, getting the face off to her left.
Madeline Jurgensen able to win the face-off for the Huskies. Not able to get it up along the boards, though, as Abbey Peterson keeping things jammed up. And we'll face it off again as it pops up into the bench. Lure down low, bumped behind the net, but keeping her distance from Mumm. Skates top of the circle, gets the shot off, making the save and holding on is Pelkey. We'll have another face-off, this time to her right.
Yeah, she did a nice job of just getting in front and giving herself an opportunity, but relatively easy save for Pelkey. But nonetheless, forcing her to cover it up and getting that face-off.
Little sends it behind. Mumm works it along, and Anderson plays it across. Turning with it as Little back into her own zone. Mumm ahead to Anderson. Her pass broken up by Abbey Peterson. Turner tried to get it into the zone, but was turned away. Good little touch pass. Anderson with speed down the left wing. Stops up. Tries out front to tip, and a goal for Tyra Turner.
Again, that it was just a soft floating puck, got behind Shook, and before she could realize where it was, it just floated across the line.
It was a great play by Paige Anderson to stop up and then just play it across. Turner just deflects it, and it got just enough to get through. Great patience there.
Yeah.
Then Turner deflects it, and Shuck got most of it, but it slides through the pads and past the line.
That's going to open up the lead here now to 2 goals for Andover.
And that gives the Huskies a little bit of breathing room for the first time this evening. Hemp forcing the action, able to get the turnover. Her shot is blocked. Lisney skating back the other way, maintains control. Trying to create a 2-on-1, going wide, poked away by Clough, and running into the net was Delaney Johnson. She was hauled down. We'll have a penalty coming up against the Andover Huskies for a hold.
The last time the Bluebirds on the power play, able to score, so now this is an opportunity with plenty of time left in this third period to see if they can start cutting into this 2-goal lead.
Jamie Nelson, the guilty party. She'll go to the penalty box where she can sit and think for a couple of minutes. Huskies able to win the draw, play it around the boards, and now sent all the way down by Madeline Jurgensen. Left there for Lisney. Lisney will step to the far side. Baker lost an edge. That shot gloved by Shuck, and she'll hold on.
Again, that puck just came out, and she made sure that she grabbed it. As Andover again skater's short. Able to get a little pressure here in on the Bluebird net.
Puck played into the corner, recovered there by Emily Peterson. Hemp forces the turnover. Quick one-time opportunity on the doorstep for Krause. A chance for Hemp, and that's turned away by Shuck. Huskies have to retreat to center. This is Emily Peterson skating now into the offensive zone for the Bluebirds. She's bumped a little by little as she's taken behind and taken down. And now played down low for Sinjum. Her pass taken away, played off the boards. Hemp can't control it. Lure had it momentarily, but now sent the distance as we're midway through this power play chance. Peterson pressured by Hemp. Swings it around out of the reach of Emily Peterson. Jammed at by Clough. She'll send it back in behind. And now forced to recover is Erica Tyson. Sends it to center, but stopped up there. Lure battling, comes free for Abbey Peterson. Emily Peterson, cross ice. And here's Williams into the zone. Williams waits, shoots, glove save by Pelkey. Tipped around by Anderson. She was stopped up, stays with the puck though, and sends it in. Baker pressured with the stick check, plays it back behind for Johnson. That does it for the power play. Just one shot on the power play for the Bluebirds and a couple of good scoring chances while shorthanded for Andover as they want to increase that 5-3 lead. Centering pass taken away. Clough skates easily to center, gets it behind, and here's Krause on a breakaway and a goal.
Again, getting behind that defense hurts the Bluebirds again, and Bailey Shuck not happy, frustrated. Not a lot she can do as she went one way, got her to commit, and able to put it behind her. Goals scored in 4 games by the Huskies. A pretty goal there.
Gabby Krause had a nice game. It's been all over the ice. I think at least one assist before this one, but just a sophomore. So as strong as this team is, they've got a number of contributors that are still very young.
Yep. Yeah, we've had a sophomore and a freshman score a goal here tonight for the Huskies.
And their lead up to 6-3 now with 11:20 to play in the third. Played out to center, turned back in by McClellan. Time for Fields to turn and take a look. Little will bounce it off the boards all the way down, and that will be icing.
Take another look at this goal, and just a nice job to get Shuck to commit, get her down on the ice, and then putting it past her.
Bluebirds win the draw, played in deep. Baker has it stripped off her stick by Clough. Clough pressured there by Bezcalo. Tied up in the corner, comes free for Jurgensen. Tipped out to center before it stopped up and played back in by Hedlund. Johnson forcing it in deep. Baker trying to center. Nobody home for the attacking squad. Lisney able to keep it in, though, at the near blue. Puck comes free toward Pelkey, and she'll just cover it up and take no chances. Her team's got a comfortable lead here as we approach the final 10 minutes of the third.
Yeah, at this point, just cover it up, get that face-off, regroup, get some fresh skaters on the ice.
All smiles for Amanda Pelkey now. Probably not the case early on.
Nope. She's only faced 10 shots so far, according to the scorekeeper.
tied up in the near corner as the Huskies continue to apply the pressure in the Bluebird zone. Clellan able to push that one behind where it's recovered by Emily Peterson. She cuts back and runs into her own teammate trying to retrieve her own stick. And that's kept in by Kaiser. Centering attempt is broken up. Kaiser, a shot off the stick. Way up high on the handle of Bailey Shuck. One-time opportunity. And Shuck has had enough with the sticks coming in late.
I don't blame her. She's offering a little resistance back there as they're talking to the official. See it again and again trying to pressure inside. I'm gonna say enough of that.
Clough puts it in on goal, and she covers it up. Lisney holding her ground, keep the pressure from Hemp. Getting to her keeper and asking about the little shot she took to the chin there. That one mishandled by Clough, comes out to center. Hanula will send it in. Pelkey will just stop it up and she'll just cover it up. That was Sinjum rather sending it in deep.
Yeah, just covering it up, alleviate some of the pressure, get that face off to her left. With 9:14 remaining in this third period.
That's going to be a penalty.
Yeah.
Johnson. Oh, we're going to have penalties going both ways. Johnson took Holly Fields into the boards, and then the favor was returned on her right here from Hemp.
And I mean that's it's a foolish penalty in terms of Hemp's situation.
The first penalty was certainly a little bit more dangerous.
Right.
That was clearly from behind.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see if they call it that way or if they just have them go offsetting. It looks like they're just going to be offsetting penalties, and we'll stay 5-on-5.
Coincidental minor penalties have been assessed to Coon Rapids Champlin Parks number 5, Holly Johnson, to Andover 11.20.18, Kate Hemp. The Bluebirds number 5, 2 minutes for cross checking, Kate Hemp, 2 minutes for line.
Cross check and a rough. Either way, coincidental, and we will play 5-on-5, and that will be offside. The same rules still apply for offside.
Correct. No matter who's in the box.
Vizcala tried to just flip it toward Pelkey on the backhand, still rolling around there on the side of the cage. Finally, the Huskies able to recover it and get it out to center with Sarah Kaiser. Kaiser will dump it in and then get to it in the corner. Tried to center, nobody home. Delaney Johnson going back the other way for CPCR. Shot off the inside of the leg pad of Pelkey and took a weird bounce on her. But no damage done as it slides back in and she's able to cover it up.
Yeah, again, just wanted to make sure that that puck doesn't get away from her. But yeah, it was an odd angle that puck took a bounce off her pad.
Well, she just mistimed it a little bit, was trying to guide it into the far corner instead of kind of spit it right back at the shooter. That's not the intended bounce, but it all worked out just fine. Here's an opportunity, a 2-on-1, and tipped wide by Kaiser. Kaiser had it poked away by Abbey Peterson. Played out to center by Tyson. Huskies turn it right back in. McClellan will chase it down in the corner, then overskated it a little bit. Pressure there from Turner. Sent around to the far side. Shack can't get past a good pinch by Munn. Peterson into support and plays it up the boards all the way out to center. Clough will hustle over and take it in front of Williams. Pressures back into her own zone. That pass didn't click, ends up going all the way down. Icing waved off as it was a stick lift. Abbey Peterson.
Not what you wanted to do.
Got a little bit more under that than she thought.
Got a little lift on it. She pushes that up and over her own bench.
Centering pass goes through to Lure. Lure's going to send it across off the stick of Sinjum and all the way down. Here's Hemp circling with it. Cross ice pass. Tipped and taken away by Emily Peterson. Gets it to Grace Hinola. Knocked off her stick by Hemp. Little. Had it taken away. Here's Hinola, a chance. That's blocked by Gustafson. Huskies push it around on the near side. Hemp will lead the charge up the right wing. Into the zone. On the backhand, just sends it in on Shuck. She shovels it to the corner with the stick. Comes to the line. Little keeps it in there. Delaney Johnson poking at it, but knocked down by Nelson, who has to turn it around and now gets it back. A chance shot misses wide. Nelson will recover off the end board. Cross ice, handcuffed Little, and she just dumps it in on the backhand. Kraus into the corner for Hemp. Centering pass deflected away off the skate of Delaney Johnson. Hemp back to Little, got into her skates and squirted out to center. Little pressured by Bizcalo, circles away toward the boards. Nelson's pass went up in the air, knocked down, and now Bizcalo will dump it in. 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Andover now a 6-3 lead over the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds.
Yeah, they've been able to take over here in this, got that 4-3 lead and able to increase it to 6-3 and really have taken over in this third period. We had the Bluebirds able to take a 3-2 lead, and then they tied it up, and then Andover tied it up, and then they got that 4-3 lead.
It's the Bluebirds' best period shots on goal wise thus far. 8 of their 14 coming in this third period. Kept in at the line, but recovered and sent around by Fields. And through center comes Jurgensen. Sends it through the blue paint, poked away by the stick of Shuck. Back to Jurgensen, smacked away from her, and now played into the corner. Peterson looks, plays cross ice behind Haley Williams, and Clough recovers in her own end. Sent in on the backhand by Kaiser. Abbey Peterson in the far corner. Ahead, Shack can't get it out. Peterson sends it cross ice, nobody home. Clough will sidestep and walk in. Shot, blocker save, bouncing puck, played to the boards. Ooh, huge hit. A chance out front, kick save, and Lure is still slow to get up on the ice. She and Madison Kaiser had a huge run in over there at near the top of the circle, and Allie Lure not getting up for CPCR.
Yeah, we hope she's going to be okay, and she took a big hit. Now she's getting to her knees at least. Take another look at that. Big collision coming up right here.
On Allie Lure, the taller of the two, it looked like.
I think she's okay. It was off. Good to see.
Was the one that more delivered the hit than received it, but she's the one that takes time to get up off the ice, and fortunately she's able to get up and get off the ice on her own power. 3:34 to play, with the Huskies leading 6-3. Good steal by Mackenzie Baker, trying to race to the other end, staying out of the reach of Little. Little bumps her, and Little gets the penalty. That'll put CPCR on the power play here late in the third.
Yeah, just a little bit too much contact from Little. Going to put her in the box. So here she's going to bump her actually a couple of times. And then give her a push at the end of that.
Yep, and it wasn't a problem until she knocked her off her feet.
Exactly.
Nelson nearly forcing a turnover right at the blue line and nearly got herself sprung on a shorthanded breakaway. And that's going to be a penalty that will end that power play opportunity. And Lisney had to take that because good hustle by Kraus got to the puck first, and Lisney forced to take that penalty. Right at the 14-minute mark of this third period.
Not much of an advantage for the Bluebirds here. Lisney going to the box.
Hannah Lisney, 2 minutes for body checking. Caledonia, 14 minutes. As Lisney and the Bluebirds for body checking.
So we'll play 4-on-4 and then a very short power play for Andover on the other end. Johnson trying to find some room to build some speed, and now does through center away from the slash of Kraus, and that's offside.
Yeah, unfortunately, she gave that puck to her and then came over the line before she could advance it.
Delaney Johnson's pass taken away. Here's Kaiser cutting across the slot, shoots, save made, rebound still loose. Bluebirds able to get on top of it. Baker skates to center. And again, takes that one extra move before the blue line. Leads to a whistle every time. Clock stopped with 2:15 on the clock. Huskies will advance to 4-0. The Bluebirds will drop to 0-3-1.
Yeah, still looking for that first win of the year.
A little bit of a break now with the holiday at the end of this week. But you talk about that first chunk of games, 4 games, and some tough competition in these games. And really, this is their worst loss. If the score stands here, but not a blowout. No. Even though, you look at the shots on goal, it's heavily favored Andover from start to finish, but the Bluebirds led 2-0 and 3-2 in this contest. And they have to try and, I think, focus on those positives headed into the holiday break, knowing that, hey, we got the goal scoring going a little bit, and we played well, especially in spurts, against the best team in the state. Great steal in the corner there by Abbey Peterson. Johnson gets to the red line and dumps it in deep as the penalty expires to Kennedy Little in a short power play for the Huskies. Kaiser couldn't pull the trigger, now does and scores. They only had a 20-second power play, but it pays off with a power play goal with 1:07 left in the game.
Yeah, and as well as Bailey Shuck has played this season, giving up 7 goals, I know for her is something that not going to make her very happy. This guy's was able to step out in front.
Well, it looks like she's got
Put it right
good
under her
position.
arm. Yep.
And just whiffed on it with the blocker.
The assist given number 9, Elizabeth Tammy, timely goal 15:53. That's Kaiser from Tammy on the power play at 15:53.
So now 25 goals here in 4 games for the Huskies. They definitely can score put the puck in the back of the net. They've done it well here so far through 4 games.
That one's centered. Delaney Johnson was tied up at the top of the slot. The Huskies are just fine, just dumping it and keeping the Bluebirds 200 feet from their net. They know they've got this one all sewed up. Clough circles, comes back out front, shoots it up and over. And then tracks down the rebound on the far board, sweeps it out to the blue line. Centering attempt taken away by Delaney Johnson. 10 seconds left as she winds and fires. Kick to the corner by Pelkey. And that will do it. The Huskies coming back and really putting the hammer down in that third period on their way to a 7-3 win.
Yeah, they really did, and give them a lot of credit because they really peppered the Bluebirds net all night long. 43 shots on goal here through this game, and again 7 of those shots found the net. And of course, you talked about it earlier. They'll take some good things, the Bluebirds, out of this game before a little bit of a break, and go and try and learn and try and get that first win. Joe, it's a Thanksgiving weekend. I know all of us at CTN want to wish everyone a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Hope they have a wonderful day. Eat a lot of turkey, eat a lot of stuffing.
I will do my best to consume my portion. And we will be back after the weekend with a Sports Night preview show on Monday the 26th. And then everybody's getting into the action that week. We've got boys hockey with their opener on the road at Rogers on Tuesday the 27th, and a basketball doubleheader as the Cardinals travel to take on Forest Lake. Boys and girls basketball back-to-back. Live coverage starts at 6 o'clock on Friday night. We'll see the girls hockey team again when they take on Totino Grace on Tuesday the 4th. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, it's Andover 7, Champlin Park, Coon Rapids 3. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Yund, saying goodnight.